video, right?
Testing 1, testing 2, testing 3, testing 4, testing 5.
Serious?
Testing. Welcome.
Are you gonna check it?
Welcome to our channel. Welcome, YouTube friends.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to our channel.
Okay, stop it. See if it's...
Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube.
Hey guys, it's Matt and Casey with Heart for Adventure. We are talking to you today about how we make money on the road. That is like the #1 question we get.
Everyone wants to know, how do you travel and how do you make money and how does it all work? And
Yep.
You just got to figure it out.
Yep, you got to figure it out. And we're going to tell you today how we figured it out and what's worked for us, and give you a few more ideas that you might be able to use if you decide that you want to travel. So,
Yeah.
the very first thing we done, I got a little paper here with some notes. So, the first thing we done was we found debt freedom. And that was about 5 years ago. We decided that we wanted to live life differently. We didn't want to have a mortgage. So we sold our other house that we had, which was just a little brick house that we had our mortgage on, and we decided to build our own house. We built a tiny house on 8 acres.
Which was going to be our forever home.
Yeah.
Live there forever, prosper, raise our children and grandkids there.
Yep.
But in the event, we wanted to travel.
Yes.
And so we looked at that house as a piece of investment property, and we looked at it as a way that we could obtain this life. So,
Yeah.
so we sold it, and we sold everything we owned. And when I'm telling you guys we sold everything we owned, we were selling. We kept some tools because we do have the desire to build another home.
Yes, we do.
But we sold everything to where we just have a little bit of stuff in a 10x10 storage,
Yep.
and we have our van and we have our camper and the things that we need to live this life, and that is it.
Yeah, so that created those 5 years that we lived in, found that debt freedom. We were saving, and we were doing some investing, and we had no...
For those of you that don't know, I had a decent job, actually a really good job, a 16-year career in the oil and gas industry, and we made a really good income, and we invested in a 401k plan just like everybody else does, but then we also side invested because we wanted to be able to have money available to us, so we invested in high interest savings accounts and things like that.
Yeah.
So
that was our main thing, though, is we sold everything we owned. We had no mortgage. We didn't have any other debts. So we had a big lump sum of money, I would say, for us, what we thought was a big lump.
We would call it a large sum.
Yeah.
What Casey means by large sum of money.
Yeah.
We had the idea of what we needed to live, and we said if we're going to start this journey, we wanted enough money in the bank to where we could live this life for 3 to 5 years
Without
and never
working at
have
all.
to work.
Yeah.
But that's not the case with us. We're doers, we're workers, and we
Right.
want to still build a future.
Yeah.
So then the idea was to how do we turn living on the road into a career and actually get an income. So
Right. So we had debt freedom, we had savings, we sold everything we owned practically, and then we hit the road. So
with clear minds.
clear minds.
That was what was so great, was like, everybody says, oh, you still have bills no matter what. We do. We still have cell phones.
Yep.
We still have fuel. We still have food. And we still have insurance. What else do we have?
I think that's it.
That is it. And so, and then we had money in the bank, and we had these clear minds of no debt, no boss, nothing like that. And so then we said, it's time to get creative.
Yes.
We were living on the road for a couple months, and we said that we love this freedom, but we want to be creative and we want to build an income for ourselves.
Yes, we did.
How are we going to do it?
How are we going to do it? Yeah. So we're super passionate about our tiny house build. It was really our story. We started our Facebook page and our journey on social media when we started building that house, and it was so fun just to show family and friends what we had done, and then really became like how our mindset changed. So that tiny house that we had built became a huge part of our lives. It was a huge part of our story. And so when we sold our property and people were like, oh my gosh, how did you sell that? You worked so hard for it. Do you have the house plans? We want to create something like that. So Matt and I started thinking, we had a set of house plans, but it was what we drawed up. It was what we designed.
Yeah,
it
we
was
built the house off a set of plans that Casey and I drew ourselves on graph paper from Walmart.
Yeah. And covered in coffee stains, right?
And they weren't professionally drawn, but we did have the house. We had the photos of the house. We did have the blueprints I drew.
Yes.
And we said, let's actually turn this into something that is desirable.
Yes.
And that is professionally made, to where there's no uh-ohs or anything like that. It's actually done by a professional architect. And we started looking for one.
Yes.
And long story short, we found one. He said, I want to work with you guys. I want you to be able to sell them. Even though he designs them, we still have the ability, and he allows us to do that.
Yeah, he totally saw our vision, and he helped us create the blueprints to our tiny house that we built and designed ourselves.
And that is... So it's awesome for us, because it's like the legacy lives on with the dream we had for our tiny house. We built the home of our dreams, and we did sell it, but the legacy still lives, and we're still able to
help other people create.
We're still selling that house, essentially, and that's our main source of income.
Yep. When we decided to get the blueprints made, we knew that we needed an outlet, a place that people could go to see our story and find that product that we have available to sell to people. So we created a website. We had someone help us with that. So we did RuthArtForAdventure.com. So we had our website, we had our blueprints on there for sale, and then we continued with our passions and being creative. So the second thing that we created,
it's all about your passions. When you start thinking like an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship means I may be broke today, I may be wealthy tomorrow, I may be broke again, but it's about your passion, and so it's what drives you. And if you have debt freedom, well, you can just constantly chase your passion. So
the second thing we did is I created a cookbook. So that was our second source of income.
Huge passion for all of us as a family, always has been.
Yep, I love healthy meals, colorful meals, and when we hit the road, I knew I really wanted to keep doing that. So I started making my meals and posting them on our social media, and people said, man, that looks so yummy. I wish you had a cookbook.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, why don't I have a cookbook? So I created one, Matt helped me, and we got it done, and it's on our website also.
And there's certain things that we're not good at. We obviously had to hire an architect to help us design our blueprints. So we hired one, because that's something that we couldn't do ourselves. Then with the cookbook, there were certain parts of that cookbook that we just didn't feel comfortable doing ourselves, so we hired someone to do that stuff. We're able to create it, we're able to sell it, we're able to be passionate about it, but there's going to be some times where you
need help. Don't be
help,
afraid to ask for help, for sure.
Yeah, and you may get help without having to pay for it at times, but whatever. And so what it all comes down to, before we started doing this video, I told Casey what it comes down to is thinking different. Whenever you decide you want to travel or be a business owner, you no longer are getting up and going in to a place that requires you to be there from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and have the weekends off.
Yeah.
When you're an entrepreneur and you're traveling and you're trying to earn an income, it's 7 days a week. And it's not what is the one thing that's making me money, but it's what are the 10 things, 12 things, 16 things that are making me money.
It's really true.
It really is. And so you may have one thing that's really doing it today, or for a month or 2 months, and then 3 months go by, that thing's no longer making you money, but you got these other 3 things that are making you money.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
yeah, we have our website, we have our blueprints on there, we had my cookbook, and then
the other passion in our life.
The other passion in our life is fitness. Like, we love to be able to run with our kids and be able to, hike up the mountain without dying. And so we have always had
even though we still do sometimes.
Yeah, we still do sometimes. But ride our bikes and be active, but we also like to get in workouts. So we thought, we've got to create something that we can do on the road. It's different from being at home and having that routine.
It was completely different for us. We were used to having our own home gym. We were used to going to a public gym. Everything had been the same for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And it was now, how do we create a way to work out for us? So we just started doing it for ourselves, and then we said, there's a lot of people that really could benefit from this.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's build some workouts and let's sell them through our website.
Yep.
And we're connecting with people and we're helping people. That's what we love about everything that we're creating. Yes, we are selling those items, but we are helping people, and we're able to build a relationship with people through everything that we are creating, and so we're passionate about it.
Yeah. all the things that we are doing, you know, as we've been traveling to make money, we are super passionate about. I mean, is it work some days? Yes, most definitely. But we're not being separated. We're together. We're traveling. And so we feel like, you know what, that's what's working for us. So yeah, we have our website. So on there we have our blueprints. We have our cookbook. We have our health and fitness plans. And then the last thing that we created, so like it's kind of crazy, but this is our fourth thing. We decided that we wanted to help others achieve dreams, and we would have people message us and say, how do we do this? How do we do that? And so
people just wanting to get out of the rut.
Yeah, get out of that rut, you know, that
how do I become debt free, and all the little things that we are talking to you guys in this video. So we said, hey,
which we get super pumped and excited about helping anybody that wants to do that. You know, so we thought, man, we're just going to do a mentor program. So we put it out there, and we had a great response from it. You know, people that we've connected with, like Matt said earlier, you know, just through our social medias and different things like that. So yeah, that's our last thing, is we mentor people to practically
we help them get out of debt, help them figure out what it is that they're passionate about, and just kind of get into those first steps of planning and chasing their dreams, or going after their dreams,
and not being afraid, like to.
And do we charge for it? Absolutely. You know, we have to. We're charging. You know, it helps to hold people accountable for our time. But the great thing about our program is everything's a money back guarantee. If you're with our program on our coaching and mentoring, and you're not satisfied, then we gladly give you your money back, because we never want to, you know, have someone pay for something and then they feel like they didn't get it. So we felt like that was necessary to do with that, because we're helping people set goals and stuff. And that's it.
Yeah, we've been 1 year on the road, and those are the things that we do to make money as we travel. And I feel like it's been an awesome thing. You know, there's so many other outlets out there to make money. You can do the word camping, which is on our list of things that we might possibly do.
We've had people actually reach out to us, say, hey, we'd like for you guys to be campground hosts and all this.
Which we think would be super fun.
Yeah, we're not doing it now, because it's not something that we need to do, because everything that we're creating is working for us right now. But it is something that we're planning to do in the future, and we're super excited to do it. And so
yeah, definitely.
You just kind of have to, I think, you know, like what we did, we set aside money and we just got out here and we started living this life. And now we have created an income. We have an income. We do through our website. That is our income. We still have so-called bills, living expense bills, you know, like our cell phones, our internet, our insurance, life insurance, you know, all that stuff. We have savings accounts that are set aside that are making us money and stuff through high interest rates and things like that. We are very passionate about investing for our future, for our kids' future in 10 years, 20 years. So we also are doing those things. But as far as like what this video is about and what we can truly help you guys with, it's about finding your passion. And you know, if you want to travel, get out there and do it. Get rid of your debt. That is essential.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely is.
That's the number one thing.
I was going to say one other thing. You know, there's the word camping, but there's also things like, you know, the multi-level marketing. There's so many different things out there that you can do from the road. You know, with the cell phone in your hand, you can do it. Reaching out to people through social media. I've had several people reach out to me about doing some of them. A lot of them are health and fitness related. For me, at some point, I may step up onto that and do something like that. You know, if I feel a calling towards that, I mean, it's something that I'm considering already. We've only been a year into this, but, you know, I love to see other people that are living this life, and they're doing a company like one of the MLM companies that is providing them an income, and they're happy, and they're living on the road, and they're with their families. You know, it's like so inspiring.
Once you get out here, you realize that and traveling and thinking like an entrepreneur, you realize how valuable your phone is as a tool. It's a networking tool to be able to provide the outlet for whatever it is you're creating. And something we didn't mention, I guess to kind of sum this all up, we have our website. That's what we're generating. That's what we are creating and then offering to people. But we are also now Amazon affiliates. We are ambassadors for a couple different companies. And the way that works is we get a percentage if people use the promo codes and things that we share.
That too.
And then we get an income from that. And so that's pretty much how it works.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. You just got to be creative and think outside the box and
never give up. I mean, it
is that you might be good at. You know? Like, what are you passionate about?
all you guys are going to be, it'll be complete. You know, look at what everyone's doing, but don't try to copycat anyone.
Yeah.
Just take notes from what everyone's doing, and
Totally.
then you do your passion. Your passion may line up with what someone else is doing.
And then y'all can connect and.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. But there's a lot of people out here living this life now.
There really is.
Some people are, doing awesome on YouTube. So they're doing so well that that's their income.
That's their income, yeah.
And
that's
everyone
something that
just
we're definitely striving for as well. Like, we're trying to do YouTube better.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we got other sources, so yeah.
We're trying to make our YouTube fun for you guys and informative for you guys.
Yes,
so
for sure.
That's pretty much it. That's how we make a living, and we hope you guys like this video. We hope that you like, and we hope that you subscribe.
Yes.
And that you continue to follow us on our journey.
Yep. And if you have any questions, just post them in the comments, and we'll answer them.
Absolutely. Lots and lots of questions in the comments. We would appreciate that.
Yes.
All right, guys.
See you later.
Ya.